Okay, there's my mic. Hello. I need to check and see if anybody's here. Whoops! Whoops! Kinda slow today. I'm sorry. I've been working 6 a.m. every day for the past 3 days. Haven't been sleeping much. Ooh. Ooh. Hello, Morale. Welcome. I like how I just say your name all together now. It's getting hot in here because I turned up the heat real good. I should probably turn it off now. Hang on. Just listen to spraying clanging. Hello, Ethereal. Welcome. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's week been? I have much thing to say. Man. So first of all, I'm just stretching my wrist as I talk about this. Oh, let me make sure the music's all good. Music, are you good? Music should be good. It's fine. We'll be fine. So first of all, it is Final Fantasy VII's 23rd birthday. Happy birthday, Final Fantasy VII. They came out with another trailer. They're just spoiling everybody with trailers. Just release the game already. Or at least release a demo, please. So a few things to note. In that trailer, we got to see Cloud in a dress. I'm so excited. If you've never played Final Fantasy VII before and you don't know about Cloud wearing a dress, it's canon. It's a canon thing that happens. You go to what's basically the red light district of this sector, and Tifa gets quote-unquote kidnapped, and the only way you can save her is if Cloud dresses as a woman, because they don't let men in. And Cloud is already so pretty that it works. Welcome to my stream where I rant about Final Fantasy VII. It's my favorite game ever. Remake. The week's been tiring, but I'm alive. Hope you're doing well. I'm tired. I actually slept pretty decently last night. I took a nap before I went to sleep too, but, 2 nights in a row, I didn't get, any sleep. So if I'm kind of loopy, that's why. So tonight I'm going to be spriting. Man, what else is I going to talk about? Oh, before I get started, let me switch over to full screen. So I just opened up this thingy. What I'm doing, there's 1 slot left now, actually. The last time I checked, there might be no slots left. But I am going to open this up periodically. These get done pretty fast. Because I don't have to wait for feedback, because it's a blind bag. So what this is it's a blind bag adoptable thing. So you pick a color palette, you choose a species, and then you mark how feminine or masculine this character should be. And then I design a character based off of that. It's $40 flat rate. I design you a character based on a color palette, a species, and... Sorry, I had to throw my cat out the window. I hope you heard her go, what? And on a scale of feminine to masculine. You can pick it anywhere. You can put it off of it. And then I would get confused and not know what to do. Just kidding. But yeah, I'm doing that right now. 2 slots have been filled. Maybe there's 1 left. Check my Twitter. at SpoonieCat with 2 T's, and you might be able to get the other slot. It's only $40. That's pretty good. It's a flat. The example is here. It's a flat color full body, so that's a pretty good deal. And it's a character that's yours forever, and you can do whatever you want with them. You can dress them however you want. You can put them in as much porn as you want. Doesn't matter. Ooh. Okay, so that's a thing. What was another thing? Okay, so yes, I did a poll. And again, if you don't follow me on Twitter, it's SpoonieCat with 2 T's. I do polls intermittently. And you get to choose what's happening during these streams sometimes. So Sprites won by like kind of a narrow margin. I don't know what it is. Everybody likes watching me do backgrounds, even though every time I do a background during a stream, I completely mess it up. Every time. So I don't know. Howdy, y'all. Oh man, the chat filled up. Hello. I haven't been oh, I'm on full screen. Art time. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So let me close this so I can see the chat. I'm about to get pizza. Ooh. I got ice cream. I got a little Talenti gelato layered thing because they were on sale and I've been wanting to try them. Because I normally work in the freezer at work. So that's where I live. Is in the ice cream. And oh shit. Oh shit. That was me. Oh. Let me see if I can get the chat better. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Is this ties? No, this is... I don't know why I thought this was ties. I don't have ties on here. I've been wanting pizza. But anyway, let me start to do my thing. I was doing sprites today. Oh wait, I need to stretch my wrist. Let me talk to everybody more. Let me bring up what's the next sprite I gotta do? Fuck. You know what, let me bring up a Silas. I will bring up a Silas. Oh yeah. For some reason, Silas is still in my downloads. Why are you in my... Wait, no you're not. Did I move you? We'll never know. This stream will never get started. Okay, I'll just open this one. I'll just open you. There you go. Okay, reading the chat. But I will... Okay, so that blind bag thing, you can absolutely, like, it will open intermittently. Like, I only did 3 slots because I didn't know how well it would do. So I wanted to do that. And yeah, Eden snagged the second Sneckit slot. So thank you for that. Hell yeah. And I'm probably going to change up the species and palettes sometimes, like depending on how well each thing does. I will see. Yeah, people hate working in the freezer because it's cold. Our freezer is under 0 degrees Fahrenheit, so I don't blame them. Gotta dip out. Oh, see ya. I will be streaming until 7. Happy Friday, Sylvia. Welcome. Oh. Okay. So. Actually, let me open... I'm gonna open this one. Hello, Cosmocomic. I'm not dead tired, but still active after midnight. Don't know if it's a bad thing, but I'll do it better tomorrow. You want some background? Let's do it. Sorry, I can't talk very well right now. 2715. Okay. Why is this smaller? Why is everything like this? Oh! Alright. It's fine. I will do that. I have to make this bigger anyway, because there's something specific I need to do for this Silas in particular. I think you guys might enjoy it. I just have to find the right reference. I just drew this the other day, actually. Let me just grab that. If I can't find it. Was it in art? Aha. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna cheat. Oops. I have to get the proportions correct. Head a little bigger. Oh. Or is that too big? Oh no! That's too big. I make things too hard for myself. Okay, that's probably perfect, actually. There we go. I feel like I'm always making things harder is the thing. I don't feel like I ever use actual shortcuts. Like, I'm sure this is a shortcut to a degree. But I feel like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to describe something that's like coming up. Wait, what am I talking about? Hang on, it blipped out of my brain. To describe something that I want to do in mixed feelings without spoiling anything. I think I can do it. Hang on. So there's something I want to do with certain endings where after that ending happens, it permanently changes, like, think about, like, in Doki Doki, if you've played that, how after a certain event occurred, you replay the game and it's the same except, like, that one character is missing. I want to have certain endings that, like, do something similar to that, where you restart the game and then one thing is completely different. Like, it's the same exact storyline, but I don't want it to be like Doki Doki where, like, it completely changes the course of the game. But I do want there to be an ending where it permanently changes something, because I think that's cool. And part of me was like, how am I going to program that? And, hang on. No! I made you too big because in that other picture, you're wearing a big old coat. Okay. What was I saying? So I was like, how am I going to program that? That's crazy. What am I going to do? And I'm like, okay, so what if I just copied all of the code from the original script and then just like modified certain pieces of it? I like when games, like, after you reach a certain point, if you try to go back, it's like it's changed. You fucked up. There's no going back. Or just permanent changes. I just have to figure out how to do that. I know it's possible, because, like, look at DDLC, it did it. It went as far as erasing your game data and making it, like, so you were unable to go back. So, like, even though it, like, baits you into doing that. Okay, listen. I'm gonna be real. A lot of the reason I wanted to make a dating sim is because of DDLC. Because I played that and I was like, you can do that? You can with dating sims? Yay, it's back, okay. Hooray! I'm sorry about that, I don't know why that happened. I hope it's not the internet or something. Very well might be. The weather seems fine though. Hello. I hope that isn't a frequent occurrence. What was I saying? I was saying I'm super hungry, like, all the time. What's up? What's wrong with me? Anyway. That's just my current, my constant state of being, is I just want to eat. I just want to eat everything. I feel like the cold weather just makes me ravenous. It hasn't even been that cold this year. It's like, I want to say it's like 35 degrees right now, which isn't that bad. Does anybody notice that Silas's pupils are like goat-shaped? Because you don't know how hard it was to make that look right. I don't know what it is about goat-shaped pupils, but dang. They're a pain. Excuse me. My pen does this thing where it doesn't start drawing until like I've already put my pen down for a bit. So, put my pen down. Okay, then it started. Put my pen down. It's annoying. It's so subtle. But you can see how annoying it is. Because I just want to draw a line. Stream's canceled. Goodbye! Just kidding. I don't know why it does this. It's been doing this since I got it. And it wasn't just with this computer. It's annoying. It's so annoying. I don't know, like, when I first designed Silas, they weren't this bowed, but now they're so bowed. They're just so round. Chunk. They're such a chunk. Just a bean. And I might have to widen this. Speaking of bowed. Just a little, so chunky. So Pliskin can get in on this action. Oh, shoot. You're still amazed by the latest Final Fantasy VII remake trailer? Me too. I read 13, man. Of course I'm most excited about Cloud and Address. Cause like I'm excited to see what they do with that scene because that we gotta face the facts. Cloud cross-dressing. That mission has like aged badly. But from what we've seen, it seems like they've been considerably like more respectful. You know, like as respectful as you can get with a freaking pimp who marries someone every night. And I mean, they couldn't just take that scene out because that's like iconic. You can't just take it out. Okay, so now time to do the nightmare thing that I always do with sprites. And that's let me save first. That's the nightmare. Silas selfie. Welcome back. That was fast. We've just been cheating. I've just been rambling about Final Fantasy VII as you do, as I do. And I'm going to break this down into nightmare layers, as I do. Oh, that's blue. Dabba dee, dabba die. Oh. Also, hello, Soul. I don't know if I've seen you yet. I want food? But I always want food. Just establish that. If you hear me like munching on some food really loudly, you know why. Yeah, that scene? Okay, that I know exactly which scene you're talking about, Cosmicon. I actually love that scene and I hope it's still there. Because like the timing with that is like they each lean on the bed and they're like, tell us, and if you don't tell us, I'll rip them off. Forget what all the things were, all the ways. I'll rip them off. And then Tifa just slamming her fists on the bed and going, I'll smash them! God. The game is so funny. I'm glad they're keeping in the humor. Because Barrett has made me laugh like 12 different times just watching like trailers. I love Barrett so much. You know, now that we've seen Cloud in a dress, we need what everybody truly wants. And that's Barrett in a sailor suit. I can't wait. I can't wait for Barrett in a sailor suit. And I can't wait for Cloud to say he looks like a bear wearing a marshmallow. I can't wait. For Aerith to say you should wear them as PJs. It's all the character dynamics in Final Fantasy VII that's just, it's so good. They act like a family. They act like a really stupid family. Smash them! Yeah, no, this is what happens. I have two hyperfixations. It's Final Fantasy VII and Silent Hill, and I rotate between them. Whenever there's a trailer for Final Fantasy VII, it's gonna be Final Fantasy VII for about a week. And then I usually go back to Silent Hill. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be, because, you know, we're gonna be playing off next week, and we're gonna be in Zone 3. And the music is loud, I'm sorry. We're gonna be in Zone 3. And Zone 3 has a section based off Silent Hill, allegedly. I had to look it up because I remember reading about that, but it was before I played Silent Hill, so I wouldn't have gotten the reference. I actually, if you haven't seen my tweet, I was reading an interview with Conrad Coldwood, the composer for Off, and Mortis Ghost, the game dev. I was reading an interview, and the interviewer was like, "Are there any like anecdotes like you want to share about off?" And Conrad Coldwood was like, "Yeah, there are a lot. I can't remember, so I'm just gonna talk about Silent Hill instead." So anyway, and I was like, "Wow, I made off in my sleep. It's actually me." Because that's absolutely something I would say. Yeah, I don't remember. So anyway, about Silent Hill, let's get into that. But yeah, listening to the Off soundtrack, again, because I did listen to it when I first played it a lot. I keep finding myself being like, "Oh, did it stop? Is it over?" Because I listen to a lot of Silent Hill music, obviously, and I will think it switched over to Silent Hill music, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, guess not." But yeah, Conrad got a heck of a lot of inspo from Silent Hill music. The viewers can have a little big chungus. You can have a little chungus. Excited. I'm excited about Zone 3. It's funny, I saw somebody commenting on a video I was watching, or it was a song. It was an off song that was 100% inspired by from a song from Silent Hill. Like Coldwood came out and said that and was like, "Yeah, no, that's the same exact song." So I was reading the comments and somebody was like, "Zone 1. Yeah, man, this is cool. Oh man, this is so dark and spooky." Zone 2. "Oh man, this is amazing." Zone 3. Not my favorite, but alright. Zone 4. Unholy screeching. Or Zone... Yeah, no, it's instead of Zone 4, it said The Room, which is what Zone 4 is called. And they were like, unholy screeching, and I was like, oh, that's a silent, like, that was probably an unintentional Silent Hill joke, but that's how the Silent Hill games go. The first one sets it up, and the second one perfects it, and the third one, it was more or less the same shit. And then the fourth one just threw it in a blender and was like, "Here you go. Here's some hot garbage that will give you nightmares for your entire life. Thanks. Thanks, Team Silent." Here I am. I am vacillating between Silent Hill and Final Fantasy VII. You guys have done it. You've done it. Now all I need is the Final Fantasy VII and Silent Hill crossover, which I'm sure is out there, because I found a Kingdom Hearts one once. And if it's not good, I will make one myself. Quick, what would the monsters look like in Cloud Silent Hill? And if I have to explain how Silent Hill works to my chat, I will do it. I have done it before. I have explained the whole plot of the first Silent Hill to Case once to tell a joke. The entire plot of Silent Hill is known. They probably forgot, but I had to explain the whole plot. Oh, I'm just making myself laugh. I'm sorry. problem, you guys. I have a problem. I have an obsession. I've made people mad. But you know, I'm not the only one. Do it again! Tell the entire plot of Silent Hill. Should I explain what Silent Hill is? That's what we're gonna do. That's how I'm gonna focus on this stream. Is I'm gonna explain to you. Let me tell you about Silent Hill. I actually had a video essay written out for that. Oh no, that's too fat. That's too fat. It's too fat of a shoelace. So Silent Hill is very symbolism heavy video game. All of them. Well, all of the good ones. I don't know about the newer ones. Very symbolism heavy. Yeah, okay. And the whole, like, idea of Silent Hill is it's this town that draws you in and makes you, face your guilt, essentially. At least that's the premise in the second game. In the first and third games, it's a whole other story, and you're kind of just like an observer that was drawn into this weird cult shit. Anyway, I'll put it into perspective. I'll just explain the plot of Silent Hill 2. So the plot of Silent Hill 2... that's the scariest way for Spoonie to open a story. Is it opens with this guy, average Joe, kind of looking in the mirror, kind of sad, and then he monologues, and he says he got a letter from his wife that said, "Come to Silent Hill and meet us in our special place." And he says, "It's impossible, though. A dead person can't write a letter." So his wife died, sent him a letter saying, "Come to Silent Hill." So he went to Silent Hill, like a dumbass. But I guess that's where they had their, like, honeymoon, because Silent Hill is a vacation resort. It's a resort town. The more you know. Not a lot of people know that who don't know anything about Silent Hill. From what I understand, everybody's, like, collective understanding of Silent Hill is fog and Pyramid Head. They don't know anything about Pyramid Head other than that, though. That's it. That's the sprite. So, I don't want to spoil Silent Hill 2, though, because as the game goes on, it becomes apparent that there's some kind of, like, guilt surrounding James, the main character. Pyramid Head is a representation of him wanting to be punished, because he's some kind of... He's this monster that is just constantly after you, and you can't kill him. And it's scary because there's, like, no, like... With all the monsters in the game, there's some kind of, like, sound that signals that they're there. Which is, like, a cool little thing. It's helpful. And be like, oh, time to get ready to... With Pyramid Head, there's none of that. There's none of that. Just suddenly he's there, and you're like, oh, fuck. Well, time to run. He just appears. Ah! No! Why is my life pain? But yeah, so you run into all these different characters in Silent Hill, and you actually get a glimpse of what their hell looks like in Silent Hill. James's is very water based. There's, like, a lot of dripping water and a lot of water you have to wade through. And Angela, who's like this is a very like dark topic, but her guilt is she actually killed her father when he was trying to do stuff to her. And she feels guilty for it. Which, no, Angela, I mean, you'd still feel guilty, but Angela, you did the right thing and I love you. I love you with all my heart. But her Silent Hill is like consumed by fire. And there's this other kid, there's this kid, Eddie, who, he's like a chunky kid. And he was bullied into killing a dog. I don't remember how, but that's not important. And a lot of bad stuff. A lot of bad stuff followed that. And so, of course, he feels guilty for that. But he kind of, like, loses it. But it's interesting. It's, like, an interesting, like... It's... It's such a good formula for a horror game. And Angela, I love her. She's a very good character. Eventually I will finish this sprite. But yeah, Silent Hill is a town that makes you face your guilt. And either be consumed by it or accept it and move on. That's what it's about. So, with that being said, now we gotta write a Final Fantasy VII AU, where all the Final Fantasy VII characters go to Silent Hill. Must be done. Oh. What if Sephiroth was behind it all? Genova's behind it all. I'm saying these names like the only person in the chat who probably knows what I'm talking about, or the only people, are Cosmic Comic and Soul. I've seen like people who aren't even into Silent Hill. Cloud's hair is already several pyramids. We've done it. We've done it. Cloud is Pyramid Head. You're absolutely right. So, like, calling Case out. They're probably watching this, but I'm calling them out. But, I don't know, I feel like this is a combined effort, actually. I feel like it just happened. But I've gotten in the habit of just making noises when I am distressed. Instead of being like, oh, I need help, I could just go... I would be more enthusiastic if I wasn't enthralled in drawing. So, now I'm in a habit of just making weird noises in reaction to things. And I do it so often that people at work are used to it. And they know what it means. So for example, at work, we have, like, scanners and stuff, you know, to, scan products. And, we have walkie-talkies. And they're in an equipment room. And to get into the equipment room, somebody else has to press a button that's far away to get us in. because of safety reasons or whatever. So there's one day I walk over to the equipment room. There's nobody in there to let me in, and there's nobody in the area to let me like press the button. So I just stand there and go for a long time. And then my boss walks in while I'm doing it and goes, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I need the button pressed." And she's like, "Oh." But I just like her reaction. It's, "What's wrong? What's happening? Are you okay?" Oh, I don't need that. That's Haley's call of distress. So yeah, I'm calling them out. They got me in that habit of just going, "Ah!" How dare they? To be fair, I think I got them in the habit of saying me instead of my. Like, let me get me tablet. I just talk like a pirate and then go, "Ah!" So I have a new favorite Twitter. It's cursed cats. Cats with threatening auras. It's my new favorite Twitter. It's just every cat has a threatening aura, first of all. But yeah. That's me. That's my actual voice. Like, I'm actually, like, making my voice lower when I talk normally. My actual voice is just... Yeah, you get to seal both. That's a choice. You make that decision. It's yours. The HR guy one day was just asking me about life, and I ended up telling him I'm making a game, and he was like super stoked and was asking details. So I told him about mixed feelings. He was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I'm trying to get a trailer out for Valentine's Day," which I forgot to mention this stream. Next stream where I'm actually streaming Mixed Feelings, we're probably going to watch the premiere of that trailer. So, excited. Cursed cats. Listen, it's the best. It's the best Twitter. It's the best Twitter. I think it's either cats cursed or cursed cats with an underscore in between. Listen, I'm a cat. I can imitate Moonpie like spot on. Moonpie, make a noise. No, she's sleeping. Welcome to my stream where I just meow. I do not have good posture. My back is like, help. So other than obsessing with Final Fantasy VII and Silent Hill, I have been terribly addicted to Stardew Valley again. They're gone! Silas doesn't need arms, or a face, or hair, or a tail. Why would they ever need them? Something interesting I've noticed about Silas is even though they very clearly when they're shading, they very clearly have boobs. And yet they still get heed more than they get sheed. I've noticed. Because I post some of this stuff on my Facebook, so like my friends and family can see. My normie friends. Just kidding. I hate that word. So, they even though Silas has some titty shadow, everybody still calls them he, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Because they give off this like weird boyish energy, which makes sense. Good. Seems as like the volume is slightly quieter than the rest of the songs, I think. Fun fact, Chimera, like the Greek, like not just like animal hybrid things, like everybody in this game, but the actual like Greek mythological beast that Silas is based off of. Chimera literally means she-goat, right? But all the depictions of Chimera have a mane, like a male lion. So, Chimera is canonically trans. Themes is one of my favorites, honestly. But yeah, that's an interesting little factoid. I mean, I feel like even though there hasn't been much content out, probably tell that the whole being a chimera is a metaphor for being trans or queer. One of those. Either one. So it is. I'm probably going to change the light source for this because the phone is on the other side. Yeah. I've based Silas's energy a lot off of one of my childhood friends. Which they give me like, not Silas, the friend. It's this weird kind of thing where you have like a childhood friend, right? And whenever you hang out, you act like children. But then sometimes you like catch that little glimmer of like, oh, you're an actual adult with mature feelings, but then they like feel obligated to act like, oh, best friends since we were 8, you know? And I want Silas to have that same feeling. Like, Silas has this energy, like this boundless energy, like a tiny puppy. And you're just like, whoa. But then, like, when you're, like, one-on-one, they're, like, they get real serious and chill, and you're like, whoa, where did this come from? Why don't you act like this all the time? You don't have to act like a crazy hyper weirdo. There are real-life lions that are genetically female, but that develop male traits like manes. Whoa! Whoa! That's so cool. I feel like I've said it during stream before, but I really want the characters in Mixed Feelings to present situations that make you go, oh god, I've been through this before. I want that to happen. I want you guys to experience this and go, oh fuck, it's this again. I want it to be like real. Lions are neat. I like lions. Okay, this might be getting into like not safe for work territory, sort of. But don't like male lions like hump each other to assert dominance. I read that as was a thing somewhere. Hello, Jub. Welcome. You came in at the right time where I talk about lions humping each other to assert dominance. Thank you. I'm glad you came in right then. Probably gonna leave as soon as I say that. Ooh. I choose the best times to say things. Ooh. Y'all, I might get a snack in a minute. Maybe. I mean, it's been an hour. Get a trail mix, and then we can have a vibe check. Not just male lions, just lions in general, actually. Mer, I love how you're the one who just has all the animal and insect facts. Woo! Be back. Okay. Here's the base. Homosexuality. Okay, I'm gonna get trail mix. Okay, vibe check. You'll be back in an hour. I won't be streaming in an hour. But drive safe. Thank you for coming and thank you for being the first person to buy a blind bag adoptable. Please excuse my crunch. Okay, so real talk. How do y'all eat trail mix? Do you eat it one thing at a time? Or do you eat it all at once? Like, get a handful and just put it in your mouth. Or do you eat things in a specific order? Or do you just grab like one piece at a time and it's just a random, like whatever piece you grab? See, it depends. If I don't have a lot of time, I just shovel it in my mouth. But if I have time, I like to sort everything and eat it in a specific order. You don't eat trail mix? What's wrong with you? Oh my god. Lions they just dry hump each other. Oh no. I had a dog that did that to my leg, but like very half-heartedly. He would just like bite my pants and then like kind of yank my leg and then like wiggle his torso up and down. Torso? Hips up and down. I'm eating the almonds in this first. See, listen. I do the same thing with M&Ms. I pour some M&Ms out in my hand. And I eat them in the order of the rainbow. Brown replaces purple. So I eat the red ones first, the orange ones next, the yellow ones, the green ones, the blue ones, and the brown ones. I always have to do it that way. Otherwise I feel wrong. And I have to, like, But peanuts are good. No. These almonds are weird because they actually taste like almond extract. Like straight up. I usually don't get that taste. But peanuts are good. Okay, so I got this base. Did I fucking delete? Y'all. Why didn't you stop me? I deleted the sketch layer. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm figuring this out. The stream is canceled. We're not doing this anymore. I want to go home. I like how this is a regular occurrence. I just do something that screws me over. This is why this game won't be out by Valentine's Day, is because I do shit like this consistently. Ugh! I just did a sticker pack. And I didn't tell the client this, but I consistently would work on a sticker, get almost done, and then go do something else. And then later close Fire Alpaca without thinking about it, just like, yeah, I don't need it. And then I just close it and not save and be like, wait. Fuck. I did it like 3 times. I think I tweeted about it. I'm like, hey, if you like close without saving like 3 times in a row, buddy, it's time to stop. You gotta stop. Say hello to this new mixed feelings character. I have this problem lately. There's one specific character that's haunting my brain. She's gonna be one of the next chapter's characters. And I love her, and I know like everything about her, and it's weird. It's like one of those characters that is alive. And just her whole design just came to me all at once, and I was like, oh, you're real. You just found a Spoonie-chan tribute? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please watch it and tell me what... tell me... Ooh. Nah, actually, you don't have to watch it. It's probably, ugh. I don't know. That's mean to whoever made it. Thank you to whoever made that. That's so sweet of you. I hope it's not full of jokes that I made back in the day, because, boy, those are, like, really shitty, bad teenager jokes that would not fly today. I don't know if I've ever seen that. One time this person, did a video reviewing my stuff, and I was really scared. But he was like super chill and like super nice, and like it was really a good experience actually. Moonpie, did you bring your bear? No, you're just messing with the cords. No, that's my headphone. She's a gremlin. I look kawaii? Thank you. Wow. So oh yeah, no, man. Past me, so problematic. Oof. It's like, it's why, like, I, like, literally cringe when people, like, I feel bad and I feel rude whenever people are like, oh my god, I loved your videos. But, like, my videos back when I was 16, they mean. And, let me tell you, I was a really dumb 16-year-old, and I was a really lot of things. A lot of things, let me tell you. Whew. It's like, okay. So you know that attitude that a lot of like social justice warriors have? Where it's this like holier than thou thing. Kind of imagine that, but you know, I don't even know how to say this. Okay, let me put it this way. I went on 4chan when I was 16. Boy, have I grown. Ooh, I frequented the 4chan. Oof. If I have to explain to anybody what 4chan is, I'm not gonna. I was a little shit, y'all. And I'm glad that past is behind me. Most people probably shouldn't enjoy things they made when they were 16. Yeah, some people never grow out of 4chan. Admittedly, like, there's still times I occasionally will like peek into 4chan, because there are some boards on 4chan that have like good content. But then, like, you have to wade through so much garbage. So much usage of the F word. The one that I will not say because I don't like it. The one that also means a pile of sticks, I think. I don't remember what it means. You know the one. Too much usage of that and the R slur. I thought you were calling me Spoons 4chan. That's my new name. Spoony 4chan. Please never call me that. The best thing I got from 4chan was there was a Pokemon board. There still is. And it was when Diamond and Pearl was the game that was out. And they had, what was it, Wonder Trade? I don't think it was Wonder Trade. It was some kind of trade thing. if you put in like a certain code for, I think it was the, crap, what is it called? What was a code of some sort? And you just go to the trade room, it would give you a random hyper rare Pokemon. And I'm talking Celebi. I'm talking Mew. I think I had a Mew. I'm talking shiny Giratina. Stuff like that. I had like 4 shiny Giratinas. But like, because I was just spamming the heck out of that Wonder Trade thing. I turn my game off and on, go in there, get a shiny Ralts, and then save, and then go back. I got a shiny Ralts, I got a shiny Ponyta. Did get a Celebi, I remember that. I think I got a shiny Mew. I think that was something. I definitely got... I had a few... I had a shiny Entei. I think I had a few of those. I think that was that was the one that was like, wow, another one? Entei's pretty cool. Not my favorite. My favorite dog is, oh, she's drinking. Don't mind that. Favorite, legendary dog is Suicune. Why do you drink so loud? Oh, that's right, I have... I'm gonna eat a peanut. Oh yeah, Fenterex. I won't read that out loud because it's nasty. Well, it's not nasty, but it's like inappropriate for me to say in stream and then immediately get demonetized. I probably will over the line something anyway. I saw some really scarring things on 4chan. Oh, that was you, Cosmic Comic. But it's cool. I saw things that gave, like, now I wouldn't say I have trypophobia, but I do have, like, a visceral reaction to clusters of holes now because of 4chan. Because, I won't get too into detail because I don't want to squip people out, but, they did this thing where they would edit, like, lotus flowers onto people's skin. It's okay. Yeah, and that will squick you out. It's nasty. Ugh. Ugh. I'm itchy now. Ugh. Ugh. Nasty. No! Oh yeah, and like, trypophobia? One of those. I remember, and this thread sticks out to me because it was a funny funny thread. Somebody had like a cutout of some celebrity. I think it was Nicolas Cage or something. And they were hiding it in different places for their roommate to find. They hid it under their bed So they took a kind of selfie, but you couldn't really see them. You just saw their leg. And the thread just completely took a nosedive after that. Because somebody was like, wait, are you a girl or am I gay now? Or is that a girl leg or am I gay now? Is what they said. And then OP was like, well, I'm a girl. I'm a feminine. And it just dissolved into send nudes. Or what was the thing? What it was like something about tits. Like the moment Anonymous found out like somebody was female, they would not stop until you like sent a picture of your boobs. It's ridiculous. I will someday have a fandemonium where I talk about 4chan because I'm going to talk about My Little Pony. And we all know why My Little Pony is the way it is, or why My Little Pony fans are the way they are. But yeah, 4chan, bad. Awful. So I know like most of you are younger, so you probably like have, you just know that 4chan is full of like incels. But I was on 4chan in like 2008 or so. So now I'm sure it's way worse now, because these people actually have like political influence. Can't believe I deleted the sketch layer. It's fine. Probably taking about as much time as I would. Oh. Here we go. No! I just want to see poos. Or like, that was another thing, is if they found out you were a woman, they'd be like, get back. What? Oh, people across the street are yelling at their dogs. I got scared for a minute. I was like, people are yelling. Like, no, get over here. They have 2 dogs that just kind of run around in the street sometimes. Sometimes they'll find out you're a woman and be like, yeah. They'll be like, get back in the kitchen. There was one thing. Okay, this is bad. There was one thing that got me once. Like a get back in the kitchen joke. Somebody was talking about some like weird kink they have where you see everything in the point of view of a woman, like looking down at herself. And somebody replied, why would you want to see a kitchen all the time? And I like lost it. Damn. Okay, weirdly enough, the board I went on, like, ended up going on the most. Weirdly. God, what was it called? I think it was D. Alternate hentai, which was all like the weird porn. I'm sure it's garbage fire. Like, it was always a garbage fire, but there was a lot of weird stuff on there. I'm probably like remembering it with like nostalgia glasses, nostalgia blindness. It was weirdly wholesome. You have received a package. But yeah, D was like where all the macro stuff was and the transformation porn. All the weird stuff. All the freakish stuff. There was a lot weirder stuff that, like, for fun, sometimes with friends, I would just open D and then read all the thread names. Because they were so absurd. No cap. So, the Midwestern accent. Is an interesting thing. Vaguely Canadian, right? Don't you know? All that crap. Something I never expected to hear from, like, the Midwestern accent. It's the way they say peanuts. Is peanuts. So you can't imagine my confusion working in the food section of Target. When somebody asked me where the peanuts were. And I went, excuse me. That's how I was born. I hatched out of a primordial egg. See, that's the thing, is people that are like super misogynistic like that are like, I think that's all that women are good for, is having babies. Which isn't true. It's awful. And it's awful people think like that, you know? Your mom sent you 3 rolls of tape. You got a tape? Peanuts. See, I never really, like, put much thought thinking about Midwestern accents. Like, I didn't really think that was a thing. I thought Midwestern accent was like, I don't know, like, you don't have an accent. You just sound American. But oh, was I wrong? Was I so wrong? My friends. The Midwestern accent is such a real thing, and it's so strong, and I'm so amused by it all the time. And I know for a fact that I'm starting to develop it. It's so addicting. But last time I saw my friend in Florida, I hadn't even lived in the Midwest that long at that point. I was like, you can probably, like, I'm probably starting to get a Midwestern accent, aren't I? And she's like, a little bit, because I saw her like making a face as I was talking, like her smile just growing as I was talking. And I'm like, yeah. Someday Silas will have a face. I don't know if I'll finish this Sprite by the end of the stream. I'm going slow. I'm just chilling. My dad is from Ohio. Mer, how do you say the thing that, let me just type it. No, I'm not gonna type it. It's gonna be laggy. How do you say the thing that chickens lay? I must know. I need to know if this is an Ohioan thing. Yeah, how do you say it? Spell it out. Just everybody in my chat just start saying it. There's more. Okay, so it must. I don't know if it's an Ohioan thing or if it's like a Southern thing. So I might, like, me and my dad might have gotten it from the South. We say egg. And leg. Egg. Eggnets. That's those. The Easter candy. The robin's eggs. I'm gonna call them eggnets. Egg nuts. The proper pronunciation is egg. Not egg. It's egg. So I say, when I'm not thinking about it, I say egg, then I say leg. And now I say bag. Not really. Egg. So is it an Ohioan thing? Do you say egg? Yeah, it must be an Ohio thing. So my grandma's from Illinois. Not far from here, actually. Like 20 minutes away. And she says toilet instead of toilet. She says wash instead of wash. She says Italian. Italian. She's drinking. I don't know how much you guys can hear that. She loves that water. Mina-san. Goodbye. Thanks for coming, Jub. God, she's just going. She's so thirsty. Hello, internet. Welcome to Game Theory. Don't you honk at me. Cat. I'm sorry you can hear my cat drinking. I probably will get sued by Game Theory. Did you hear at one point Game Theory referenced a game that's an Undertale clone? God, who's dying? People are like, there's so many sirens. Game Theory referenced an Undertale clone game. Or called it an Undertale ripoff, rather. And showed footage from the game. And like, while he was going, oh, Undertale ripoffs, referenced this game. Didn't credit the game devs, it's an indie game. Just showed a clip from it. And, guy who made the game replied, or like called him out on it on Twitter. And then they were having a fight about it on Twitter. And it was just so surreal. It's Heartbound. It's Heartbound. And it was what was that game? It was something about pirate software. This case used to work for them. And, so it was just surreal. They're like, man, I did some sound design in this game. And Game Theory guys having a fight with my old boss. I'm like, life be like that sometimes. I guess. Sometimes MatPat gets in a fight with your old boss. That's just how it is. They're just going. There's so much noise. Welcome to game. Okay, you know, real talk. It's actually a dream of mine to make something that Game Theory makes a video about. That's my goal. I think about it all the time when I make stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna throw this in there. Maybe MatPat will make a video about it. So how cool would that be? MatPat has made, like, I don't care for most of his stuff. It's just not my thing. But there are a few things that I'm like, this checks out. I liked his DDLC videos. There are some points he made that I was like, that's stupid. But or that's really, like, a lot of his stuff is just reaching. It's just a lot of reaching. I like his FNAF videos. Oh, thank you for your beer! Oh! Okay. The key is you have to make enough things connected, but not have the final piece of the puzzle. You have to make enough connections in your lore that you're like, oh, there's something going on here, but there actually isn't. I feel like that's what Off did. Is they use like a lot of common like demon names and stuff to name items, so people are like, oh, there's a theme, and then like made theories and stuff. But there was no final piece, because there was no final product in the first place. It opens up the floodgates for theories. I want to be like that. Oh, the science of video game worlds. There was one on GDLC about how in the future there very well could be an AI that falls in love with you because of how brains are just neural networks, and we can just make neural networks now, so. Zoomed in, Silas. Enhance. I heard that, I've never seen it. I heard he did a film theory on Harry Potter. And it was this whole like extravagant video about what if Neville was the chosen one? And everybody in the comments was like, bruh. Did you read the book? Because that was a plot point. That was literally a plot point. Is that it could have been Neville or Harry, just the fact that, like, Voldemort, like, picked one. And then ended up sealing his fate that way. Did you hear about living robots? Robots made from stem cells from organic matter. You quit your merpin. Oh. I won't do that. Boop. Yeah, I kind of just read the headline and I want to know more about organic robots. Ooh, neuroscience major. Did you bring your bear? No? You're dead to me. Training neurons to fly a simulated plane? That's so cool. I love watching the videos about AI learning how to like play games. And like the AI that learned how to walk. Oh, I love that shit. My question is, at what point do we start saying robots have rights? Like at what point are we like, oh, this is sentient. This is like, we can't just turn this thing off anymore. It's like a person. What is the thing that they would do? Or like understand that we're like, okay. I mean, I guess you could say feelings, but you know, a robot needs rights or is a person when they can love. No, that's not true. Because there are people that can't love. And there are people that don't feel that like emotional. They're like sociopaths and shit. So that's not a qualifier. What qualifies something as a sentient being? Yeah. See, I was having this conversation a lot when Detroit Become Human came out. Detroit Become Human is this game that I love to hate. And it's like, it's the most infuriating kind of hatred, because there's so much about it that's so good. It's beautiful. The game is beautiful. It's gorgeous. But it's so tone deaf. It's so absolutely tone deaf, and there's so many plot points that make no sense. Connor and Hank are like wonderful characters. And like, it made me start thinking, like occasionally I will think about AI, and I will think, okay, so what's the point where an AI is like, we need to start giving this thing rights. We need to start treating this thing like a human being. Like, it's a deep thing to think about. One of my friends was like, well, when they can reproduce. And I was like, there are human beings who can't reproduce. Why would that, like... There has to be, like, something that an AI, like, starts understanding. Like, if it understands the concept of, like, oh, I exist. If it becomes, like, self-aware, I feel like that's the point we have to be like, okay, you're a thing. Isn't there self-aware AI though? Haven't we made it that far? Or am I thinking of something else? I might be thinking of something else. Yeah, Connor and Hank are like... It's like a buddy cop situation. Oh, man. I mean, spoilers, I guess, for Detroit Become Human, but... I mean, don't support David Cage. Don't support him. He's garbage. He's garbage poop man. I just spit on my screen but because I said poop man. But I watched, I think it was two best friends play. They played like, made all the bad decisions. Hank ended up, shooting himself. And that made me all kinds of upset. You don't see it happen, but I think that makes it worse. You have like an argument with him. He has like a gun on the table. Then you leave after he tells you to get out and you hear a gunshot. And I went, oh no! Oh, it destroyed my soul. Oh man. Hank was my favorite. Most chatbots even are just recognizing common phrases and matching it with the response they've been programmed to give. Yeah! I love Cleverbot. I love playing with it sometimes. I wonder if Cleverbot still says stuff that people fed it from the Ben drowned meme. Not meme, creepypasta. There was like a bad peanut in that batch that I just ate. Tastes nasty. Oh, I have 5 minutes. Dang. Well, in the final 5 minutes. Dang. What can you guys ask me? Anybody have a favorite character from Mixed Feelings yet? How about I ask that? I know I've been drawing Silas this whole time, but I want to know. Would you prefer seeing somebody else right now, or is Silas your favorite? Excuse me. We've just been talking about AI and then like time passed really fast. You love Silas! Yay! Silas is my favorite design because like Silas's design kind of like brought the rest about. Because it was just the idea of like a chimera cat, but an actual chimera. Oh, shoot. I did something wrong. So I want to do a chimera cat, but in like an actual chimera. And that was hard to make a design that like worked well together, but then I ended up like being really happy with how it came out. Is the music over? Music's over. We listen to all the music. I think I've reached my limit. I'm also bad posture. So Ethereal, you like Silas. Murray, you like either Perry or Silas. I have a few Kahira stans. Like, my friend Elliot loves Kahira and hates that they love her because has seen, like, I've sent them snippets of, like, Kahira scenes, and Kahira is just awful. I'm not even gonna, like, hide that. Like, it's kind of clear that Kahira is just awful. You need that awful character sometimes. Spoiler alert, they're all awful, in some way or another. There's a reason it's called Mixed Feelings, and it's not just because they're Chimera. I just dabbed. I'm gonna eat some raisins in this last minute. Because I'm clashy like that. I'm gonna read this message. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them all to be good all the time because that sounds super boring. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. See, spoiler alert for Mystic Messenger, I guess. But the funny thing is, I'm not a huge fan of dating sims. But I feel like with the dating sim formula, you can tell stories really well. And I feel like Mystic Messenger did a really good job of telling a really interesting story in several different angles. And that's why I liked Mystic Messenger. Because it's just that's exactly what it is telling the same story from several different angles. That's what a dating sim is. And you can do that. Like, there are a lot of dating sims that don't do that right. But that's the general formula. But, like, Mystic Messenger had a root. Character was kind of like Silas, actually, with, like, I don't know how many of you have actually played Mystic Messenger, but 707. Hyper crazy hacker guy, super smart, super weird and eccentric. He was my favorite. So I went for him after I bought his root, whatever, or opened his root. I didn't actually buy his root, but I did buy Unknown's root. Anyway, I liked his root because after you finally break through that surface, because clearly he has a facade, he is relentlessly hard to romance and to love. And it's not just like, oh, it's the choices are difficult, like you don't know which one to choose. No, it's just he's awful. He shows his ugly side and he just wants you to leave him alone. And you have to be patient with him and you have to like work him through all of this shit. And it's just, there were several times where I was like, I teared up. And that's why 707 is one of my favorite characters ever. Oh, it was so good. It was so real. I mean, suspension of disbelief. The story's kind of out there for Mystic Messenger, but like, damn, that whole like back and forth with 707. Oh, it's so good. I love him. He's great. But anyway, next stream is gonna be off, and it's gonna be the 7th. It's gonna be Friday at 5 p.m. because I actually have off Friday. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, Homestuck characters, they all suck. It's all about who sucks the most. But instead of everybody arguing about who sucks the most, it's about how the one that does suck the most is actually pure and good. Shut up. No. I'm salty, I'm sorry. And now people are using the excuse that this character did nothing wrong because they're just a trans girl. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Vriska did everything wrong. Anyway, you can't just erase everything bad that she did because you made her, like, you coded her as trans. I'm going too far. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Anyway, I'm salty. Like these peanuts. Anyway, just stay. Listen, I hate Vriska. And I am not a fan of everything after the epilogues. I'm sorry. Except the Terezi route. That was good. Well, the Pester Quest, for the most part, I liked. You can guess which route I didn't like. Anyway, stay classy, everybody. And we'll see you.